All right, this article is over here at US News. Most unreliable vehicles so far in 2025. These videos bother me when I make them because these cars are really expensive. We did a video earlier this morning. The new car price in 2025 is 50 grand. It's $50,080 actually. So that's a lot of money. Even if you space that out in 6, 7, 8, 9-year payments, and I think it's 8. 8 is 96 months. Yeah, you can now finance them for up to 8 years. Think they'll make it for 8 years, but anyway, I'm not making a joke because people work really hard, have to work 2 jobs to afford cars now, and I just don't think that it's very cool. And in some states, they're banning cars, like the 2026 Ford Escape. You can't even buy those brand new in California and a few other states because they're not meeting the emissions. So anyway, so they'll just ban a car. Like ask the new Dodge Durango with the Hemi, they're just banning those cars. So yeah. Anyway, all right, let's talk about this. One thing that is quite evident on here is electric vehicles. There's 5 of them on this list. The first one, Tesla Model Y. The SUV looking one, that's the first one. It is one of the best. Case, that's one of the best selling cars ever. I do agree. In EV world, that is a very big selling car. It's also had a lot of reliability issues. Let's moving right along. Rivian R1T, the Rivian truck. I'm not a big fan of Rivian. I just don't like Rivian. Maybe I'm jealous because I can't afford it. Maybe that's what it is. I doubt that's what it is. Maybe I just don't think that it's correct in paying that much for junk. But anyway, talk about depreciation. Nothing depreciates faster than a brand new Rivian. But anyway, actually that's probably not true. But regardless, they depreciate fast. You're going to lose a lot of money. All right. Number 3, we got the Audi Q4 e-tron. Not the Q4, just the e-tron model, the EV model. Let's move right along because this will take forever. We got the Polestar. What's a Polestar 2, Casey? That's an ugly looking little thing. Well, we're going to get to that, but that's Volvo's electric division, Polestar. I like Volvo. Volvo is on this list twice, which is weird to me. Anyway, and last but not least, the old Cadillac Lyriq. Woo-hoo-hoo! I can't stand this car. It's severely overpriced. I don't think you get anything but a big light show. But anyway, I'm a fan of old Cadillacs. These new Cadillacs, I just ain't digging the new Lacs. I'm sorry. And it's not a matter case just because you can't afford it. Well, then we'll just keep going on with that. It's because I can't afford it. That's why I don't like them. Okay, so there we've covered our electric portion of it. Now let's move right on because we got it. There is one surprising one, but I'm gonna save it for the end. Up in our number 6 spot is the Alfa Romeo Tonale. And remember, the Alfa Romeo Tonale, that Tonale, I'm a Southern American. It's lucky I can read it all, okay? So Dodge Hornet and the Alfa Romeo Tonale. The Dodge Hornet is one of the worst selling cars in America. You know why? Not because it's not good looking, because I think it's great looking. The interior's nice, got a 250 horsepower Hurricane under the hood. No. It's because the RT model's like 56 grand for that little guy. 56 grand for that guy. You can get a, rear-wheel drive Exploder ST, okay? 3-liter twin turbocharged, 400 horsepower, okay? You can get that for just a couple grand more than a RT Hornet. You see what I mean? So anyway, there's number 6 and number 7. Moving right along into the 8th spot, the Lincoln Nautilus. A lot of electronic in these new Lincolns and in the new Ford Expedition too, because remember the Expedition is the base. That's what the Lincoln Navigator is built off of. A whole bunch of electronics going on in those cars. I imagine there's electronic little gizmos and wizardry running all through there. Little gremlins just taking over. Anyway, making screens not work. A lot of electronics in there, so just keep that in mind. Matter of fact, I'd say that's probably what most of this is. Let's move right along into the Audi Q7. We've already been on the Audi with the Q4 e-tron. Now we're in the big one, the Q7. A lot of electronics in there. Remember, Audi owns a whole bunch of stuff because or doesn't own. Volkswagen owns a whole bunch of stuff. Remember, Audi is Volkswagen's luxury vehicle. And Volkswagen owns a lot of stuff. Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche. So anyway, if one of these is having trouble, there's probably a cousin to this that might be having trouble too, but it's not on the list yet. Maybe because they don't sell a lot of them. Anyway, let's keep going. Number 10, the Volvo V60, the big estate wagon. Volvos are usually pretty good. They're very safe, very expensive, costly to maintain, but if you can afford a Volvo, you're not really worried about that. You're worried about the safety of your family. Number 11, the BMW X1. No comment. Last but not least, the one that bothered me the most. I mean, I'm serious. Like, I didn't even understand it because the Mazda CX-90. The first time I ever saw this, it was competing with a BMW X5, and it was right neck and neck. I mean, like they were duking it out, going back and forth as far as ergonomics, as far as interior juiciness, as far as performance, as far as size, cargo towing, all of that. The Mazda CX-90 was right there every step of the way with the BMW. So this one's kind of surprising to me. I do not mean this is not a video I enjoy making, okay? I love all cars. I really do. So like I said at the beginning, people spend a lot of money on these kind of things. And to see them scoring so low, if you want to read this entire article, it's at US News. They're talking about JD Power rankings and stuff like that. I didn't put all that in there because if you want to know all that, you can read that article. Anyway, 5 of 12 were EVs. Almost half. Have a hobbly.